Hi, my name is Aaron J. Marks. You can find out more about me at aaronjmarks.com. I'm a visionary purpose coach and a metaphysical leadership mentor. To my knowledge, I'm the only one in human history who's claimed either of those titles, and those that know me well tell me they couldn't imagine better ones for me. For as long as I can remember, I felt like my mind has worked just a little differently than most people's. At times it's been uncomfortable, but I've begun to see that it's actually incredibly important and that there's never been a better time to share the way that I think and see with the creative and entrepreneurial leaders out there who need to hear it. This is my podcast, A Higher Level. Everything we think, see, and do here happens on a higher level, and that makes all the difference. For some of you, these are among the most important and transformational conversations you will ever hear, and they will fill in something you may not have even known was missing, but something that is essential for your happiness and transformation. This podcast is all about creating a space for these conversations, a place to explore your deepest and most persistent questions about the human condition, a place to dream, play, and muse about the meaning of it all, a place people tell me only I can help them access, and a place of crucial importance for the human spirit and our future as the human race. On a higher level, everything is vast, rich, beautiful, and deeply optimistic. Join me there now, on a higher level. Hi, this is Aaron of aaronjmarks.com. I'm a visionary purpose coach and metaphysical leadership mentor. I hope you're doing well today, wherever and whenever you are listening to this. And this is my podcast. It's called The Higher Level. And you find us in the midst of a series about metaphysics and my personal coaching and mentoring metaphysics. Because I call myself a visionary purpose coach and metaphysical leadership mentor. And the metaphysics is the heart of everything that I see and understand and guide people guide people to grow. So we're doing a systematic exploration and guided tour of these metaphysical realms. And there are 5 of them in my model. They are motion, life, action, strategy, and purpose. And we've done the first 3. And now here we are at the realm of strategy. So, and I still have kind of a cold of a couple of weeks, and I didn't want to put off recording any longer. So maybe a little hoarse and kind of gummy in there, but I'm here laying this out for you. So when last we left our metaphysics, we were talking about the realm of action, and that was where I said, like the key insights were unlocked for me, about human behavior and potential. Because once you're in the realm of action, you are taking actions all the time because life is endless. It is unceasing. There's this thing that I call existential friction that continues to bear down on us. And the only response that we can ever have to existential friction is action. Okay, so once things are in motion, they're perpetually in motion. Life is perpetual until it dies, but then life keeps going, as sort of a collective force, right? And actions are continuous too. Once we're in the realm of action, we can't stop. And that's like the key corollary is like, oh, we can't stop taking actions. So I might as well examine them, right? Because if I'm going to be taking actions anyway, and everyone is, then I might as well start to ask the question of, well, what do I want? What do I not want? And how do I start to organize my actions in that direction? And as soon as we do that, we've entered the realm of strategy, because a strategy is simply a framework that unifies multiple actions and attempts to orient them toward the same result, right? That's what a strategy is. So let's do a little bit of a distinction here, right? So do mountains have strategies? I don't think so, right? So I don't think there's any strategy in the realm of motion. The premise behind the realm of motion is things just happen. And, according to the scientific account, they've been happening for billions of years before the universe, in any way became alive and aware, right? And so there's not really a strategy that you can speak of, to describe the the formation of the universe, right? With its its geology and its chemistry. But as soon as life happens, we can start talking about strategies. Now, do plants have strategies? Probably. Some people would describe it that way. But strategy becomes clearer when you start looking at creatures of agency, creatures in the realm of action. And uh, animals have strategies, but they're not aware of them, right? And if they're not even aware of them, then they certainly can't change them. They can't alter them. So, for example, I can watch my cats. They run around the house, they sleep, they eat, when they need to, and they all have slightly different personalities, which is an interesting thing. But they are guided by strategies. They're strategies that are programmed at a deep evolutionary and biological level that they just don't they're like they don't realize that's what's driving them, but they do. Animals have strategies for mating and socializing and hunting, and in this way these different animal species continue to propagate, right? So animals have strategies, but they're not aware of them. Humans have strategies as well, and in a lot of ways we have strategies that come from the same place as animals. So it's like we have mating strategies too. We dress them up. Uh, we have hunting strategies, although those, in many ways, kind of turn into, kind of hierarchical, like corporate strategies, so like there's a lot of the subconscious behavior that's driving us, but there's also strategies that we're very much aware of and, that we've shaped over time. And, things like reading, that's a strategy, right? Things like mathematics, that's a strategy, right? Algebra, it's an incredibly strategic way to approach, an area of knowledge. In school, like we're just taught endless strategies, right? So it's like if you flip through like textbooks in schools, you'll see the word strategy quite often, where it's like, okay, what's a strategy for success here in this subject? What's a strategy for success here in this subject? So as conscious, aware, intentional growth-oriented beings, strategy is something with which humans are constantly preoccupied, and it's an important thing, because otherwise we're just taking actions that don't add up to anything. So a strategy says, how do you take a number of aligned, intentional, streamlined, organized actions to create a better result, right? That's constantly what we're asking. And like I said, strategy is very important. Nothing that you look around and see in the human world gets built without strategy. It's a whole bunch of people organizing their actions in the same direction toward the same goal to achieve the result that they want. Okay. So strategy is everywhere. We're always executing strategies. We're executing strategies on many, 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 many levels, because all a strategy is saying, okay, as long as I'm taking actions anyway, what do I do first, second, third, fourth, fifth? If that doesn't work, how do I reorient? What do I do first, second, third? Oh, didn't work. Let's go back to step 2. Okay, reorient this way, right? And in these ways, we find, the frameworks to align our actions, right? Awesome. Strategy is so good, right? So what goes wrong? What goes wrong? And what I've noticed, as I go through my life, and especially as I observe educators and coaches and mentors, like there's this question that arises, right? Which is like, why do people get different results? Why can two people go through the same program, or take the same class, do the same assignments? One person gets a really successful result, and then the other person does the same things and just doesn't work as well. Why don't strategies work the same way for everyone? And that's why I realized there must be another realm, um, a realm above strategy, even, because there's many, many, many people teaching strategy, and a strategy is like, do what I did to grow my business this much, or do what I did to create this thing in your life. And some people try it and they get the same result, and then other people try it and it just doesn't work the same way. What is that? Why does that happen? Well, there must be a further distinction among humans, and this is really, it's like when you get into the human realm, because we're in motion, we're alive, we're taking actions all the time. We can't help but to, and clearly, we are very, very preoccupied and savvy with strategy. We humans, right? We see it on all these levels. We're even aware of the strategies that are guiding us unconsciously, and we don't like the results those always give us. And so we modulate them, right? With all these social conventions. We're masters of strategy in a way that animals are not, because they're not aware of the strategies that drive them. But why do different strategies work for different people? And how do we know the strategy that's right for us? Humans have to answer that question in a way that animals don't. And so this final realm that we're going to talk about is, like what I've discerned is, sort of this key realm to explore. What does it mean to be a human having this experience? Where do I go, to truly figure out what I'm here to do so that I can choose the right strategy, because I'm taking actions anyway, and I might as well align them to get a result that I'd rather have, get a better return on investment, as long as I have to invest anyway. Where do I go to really get clear on that question? And that is what I call the realm of purpose. And it is sacred and it is hallowed. And you can hear like my voice is changing as I'm approaching the energy of purpose. And I have no idea what I'm going to say about this in the next episode, but I cannot wait to find out because like this is where all the magic happens. Like it is such a beautiful place. And what I found is like, this is what I'm here to do for people, is to take them to this realm and to show them that they have a place in there and they have a unique conversation to have with this human condition that no one else does. And that's where all the beauty happens. And then the strategy is effortless. So I will see you in the next installment of this exploration, this guided tour of metaphysics in the realm of purpose. Okay. My name is Aaron of aaronjmarks.com. I'm a visionary purpose coach, and metaphysics leadership mentor. And this has been an exploration of the realm of strategy. And I will see you in the realm of purpose. Thanks so much for listening to A Higher Level. I hope that got you seeing, thinking, and acting just a little differently, or maybe even a lot. When you act differently, you get different results. But we need to start with the vision and the thinking. How do you feel? Ready to go and make positive, inspiring changes in your life and work? If so, it means what we're doing here is working, and I would love for you to let me know if this is you. There's a bunch of ways for you to get in touch with me. You can go to my website, aaronjmarks.com, or look for Aaron J. Marks, Visionary Purpose Coach and Metaphysical Leadership Mentor on Facebook, or you can look for Aaron J. Marks on LinkedIn or Instagram, whatever is easiest for you. And if this is speaking to you, I might suggest that you think about becoming one of my leadership coaching clients. In our work together, we'll have conversations on this level, but tailored just to your life and aspirations. You really can't imagine what a difference this can make for your mindset, vision, and results. The first step after learning more about my approach is to book a free, no-obligation discovery call, both of which you can do at aaronjmarks.com. If your intuition is nudging you, don't wait any longer. It is likely the next step along the marvelous journey of wherever you are here to go and whatever it is you are here to do. And I can't wait to meet you. Thanks again for listening, everyone. I'll see you on the next episode when we'll continue to see, think, and act on a higher level. I'll see you then. A Higher Level is the official podcast of Aaron J. Marks, Visionary Purpose Coach and Metaphysical Leadership Mentor. Learn more at www.aaronjmarks.com. A Higher Level is written, recorded, edited, and produced by Aaron J. Marks. Music is by Arie. I'll see you next time on A Higher Level.